So the agenda today, we're going to have a look at some statistics just to set the framework to look at the extent of the issues of stress at work and mental ill health and absences at work. Have a discussion about the scope of the increase potentially of these stress at work claims in the future. And the webinar today is aimed at claimant personal injury practitioners who already have a background understanding of stress at work claims. So it's not a beginner's webinar, it's aimed to build on a general understanding and practice working knowledge that you have already. So with that in mind, we will cover the law in this area, but more so in brief, because we want to spend the most of the time today drilling down on the more complex issues that I've listed there. So we've got foreseeability, injury or injuries, and estoppel. So as we all probably know and find out in practice, that the courts are very busy at the moment. So certainly I've seen a lot more of estoppel issues being raised. So we want to just be careful about any of our claimant clients who've been to the tribunal or settled a claim before coming to us for a personal injury claim. So we'll be looking at that, and you can make a personal injury claim in the tribunal, but we won't be delving into that in any greater detail than the estoppel issue that is relevant. So I'm going to try and make this webinar as practical as possible and be helpful in your practice to have some takeaway points and some key considerations to go away with and use. So again, just leaving you hopefully with a helpful checklist just to summarise this section. What are our key considerations? Well, how does the claimant present as well? You know, how do they come across to you? Do they seem unwell? How do they cope? How is their behaviour with you from one discussion to another? These are all signs that they may be struggling. What do the medical records show? What else is going on in their life and in their medical history? You know, it's really, really important. Sometimes, whether consciously or not, somebody's going through a very tough time because of something outside of work. And understandably, it may be easier for them to accept that the issues at work are the main cause and the main problem and blame the employer. But if in reality the medical records aren't really giving that sense, maybe they're struggling through a bereavement issue, perhaps, for example, or something, then, you know, we need to just consider that and have a chat to them about how they explain the difference away, so we can be happy enough that there is that the main or the material cause is because of work and what's allegedly gone wrong in the workplace.